What's up, class? How we doing today? Happy New Year. Hope you guys are doing well. Listen, we starting the year off right. I mean, on such a good note. I hope you guys ended the year strong. I hope you guys are taking action, doing velocity banking, getting your money right, getting your finances in order. Happy New Year, Big Reed. Hello, EA. Happy New Year. Listen, I'm hype right now. I just had a really nice meal with a friend of mine, and I came home and I was like, oh, no one's in the house. It's quiet. All right, I can do my work in peace, and we can start our lesson, which is we're gonna go over a scenario that I put on the board here, which is velocity banking with a HELOC. All right. And we have a bit of a situation here where we have a lot of credit card debt. All right. And what we're going to try to figure out is how we can pay off these specific credit cards that all have 0% interest on. Okay. Now, I've had people ask me in the past, well, does it make sense to borrow from a line of credit that's charging you interest as soon as you take the money out to pay off a debt that isn't charging me any interest? Does that make sense? Okay. So I want to, really go over that and make it very clear that it does make sense, and I'll prove it, and I'll just show why cash flow is always like the end goal when we're doing velocity banking. Cash flow, cash flow, cash flow is always the priority in starting velocity banking and continuing it. And obviously the end goal is to have more money than what you make left over so that you can live a lifestyle that helps you do the things that you want to do. Happy New Year, LIEN. Happy New Year, Elvin. Thank you. I'm able to do what I do now because of all the viewers and all the people that have been contributing day in, day out, monthly. I love it. Okay, you've been doing velocity banking for a couple months. Cool. I think you'll like this lesson here. All right, we're gonna our line of credit, right? Our tool is a HELOC. All right. So for this situation, I got a gentleman. He's in my tier 3 community. All right, making $6,000 a month. Here's his expenses. Here's his current debt. Cash flow. Currently, I lowballed it. It could be a little higher, but we went a little low here. He's got a HELOC for $30,000 at 6.8%. So if you were to break down the cost based off our first chunk, here is your cost right here. All right. If I'm making a chunk of 18,000, you just take that number, times it by the 6.8, boom, you get this. That would be his yearly cost if he left the balance outstanding, if he just paid the minimum payment on the line of credit, on the HELOC. Okay. At a daily rate, he's paying $348 a day, and then a month is $104. So obviously the goal is to stay here with cost. All right. Some other information is we have 5K in savings. I get a lot of questions on Denzel. How can I utilize my savings or money that I have tucked away in different accounts? Like, is it worth pulling from to do velocity banking with? Should I just keep it, have it there for safekeeping? My thing is, it's a personal preference. Obviously, if we use your savings, we are going to get better results, without a doubt. But when I use your savings, I don't just throw the money at the debt. I funnel it through my line of credit, and I'll show you how I do it here with the 5K. All right. So here are all the credit cards that we have. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different credit cards, all with 0% promotional balances on them, except for one. Okay, so obviously the first one that I want to tackle is the one that we're getting charged interest on, number one. Number two, look at the monthly payment, $326 a month. Compared to all the other ones, it's peanuts in terms of my cash flow gain, okay? And then the balance is quite high. We wanna wipe that out to really drop the debt to income ratio, the utilization, all that good stuff. So off 30 grand, we're a little more than half of what we're borrowing. That's okay. Here's why. Do the first chunk, right, in January. He's gonna do his chunk in January, New Year 2019. What a way to start the year off, to do your first chunk, 18 G's. Like, not bad, right? Cool. So if I'm gonna make 6 grand in January, what am I gonna do with that money? I'm gonna dump it in the HELOC, okay, before I pay any of my bills, right? I'm gonna dump that whole entire money into the HELOC. His 5K savings, right? I did not throw it at the debt. Where am I gonna put it? In the line of credit, which is gonna ultimately bring the balance down to here, which will then, that balance will increase via his what? Expenses. Notice how his expenses are now $4,497 as opposed to $4,823, right? You see that? So all of January, I'm gonna have these expenses, all right? This is the total amount of money going in the line of credit, and this is the total amount of money coming out of the line of credit. Denzel, where's the interest cost factored in here? Okay, here's what's interesting. When you have a big line of credit, you know, when you start getting in the 40s, 50s, and 100,000, 200,000, right? The interest is like calculated on the back end, so you don't even really see it. You'll see it, right? When you in your account, you'll be like, oh, got some interest cost there, right? But notice how much money I saved over here, right? I saved 7.75% interest savings. So that interest cost will drag over here, but will be very, very little. How much will it be, Denzel? Right around here. However long the balance is for each and every day is what he will pay. So when this 18 drops down, he'll be paying interest on whatever drops down for that specific amount of days. And then when it goes up, he'll pay interest on that amount. And he'll stay somewhere around this range per month. Okay? Any questions on that so far? Let's look. Let's see. If you need someone to help others in Los Angeles, let me know. I'm a licensed life agent and would love to help people looking to make this happen. Serving is the reward. God bless you, brother. Hey, man. I have a team, Sergio. We're licensed in all 50 states. So if you'd like to have a conversation with my team and utilize your license and utilize this channel, take advantage of me, right? Whenever you're talking to clients in your area, be like, yo, check this guy out. He does velocity banking right on the point. Like, there's an infinite banking as well. So you can talk to me further on that. You got my information. Brother Ken, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, my friend. Let's see, how do I not pay interest? I just need to explain to my uncle because he doesn't get it. And I'm trying to break it down to him on how you push the date back. All right, so to handle that, again, if I take money from this line of credit to pay this debt that I'm paying an interest on that's most likely going to be amortized, okay? Even if it's simple interest like this situation right here. Ready? I'm paying 7.75% on $18,724 a month, which produces this monthly payment right here, that $326. A lot of people overlook their monthly payments on their debts. Like, you got to understand that that money that is coming out of your income is dying very slowly each and every month. It just dies. You can't use that money again. So when I have this tool right here, which allows me to take money out, put money back in, take money out, put money back in that process alone is the savings. All right. So in this situation right here, we have this interest rate, the 6.8. So automatically, if all I did was shift the debt, I would save money. Would you agree with me? Comment. If all I did was shift this 18,000 to this HELOC, first of all, my monthly payment would be less and my interest costs would be less. So period, I save money. Now, to improve that number a lot better, okay, make sure you tell this to your uncle, is just look at the interest rates. That can help you alone, all right? Especially if we would use a HELOC to pay off an amortized interest rate. Okay, if I have let's take the same amount. Let's say I've got this $30,000 HELOC at 6.8% and I have a truck that's $15,000 owed at 6.8%. Who would pay more? Okay? The truck would be costing you more money. If all you did was shift the debt to a simple interest debt, you would save money. It's kind of like consolidation loans, okay? Except those don't really work, okay? This is how you actually would consolidate debt, but we don't want to really just do that. We want to wipe out the debt. We don't want to keep it lingering. That's why when we're doing velocity banking, not only am I paying a debt that we're tackling, I'm also paying the same debt that I took from at the same exact time, right? So if I borrow 18,000, would you agree I just created a new debt for 18,000? Yet I just paid off an $18,000 debt. So if I paid off $18,000 there, and now I'm going to do velocity banking to pay off that 18,000, that's where the velocity banking comes into place. That's where the interest savings occurs when we do what? Dump income, take expenses out, keep cash flow in. Dump income, take expenses out, keep cash flow in. Just do that. Okay? Hope that helps. So the savings went into the HELOC? Yes. EA, yes. Timothy Walker just put my sister up on this concept. I've been doing it for a couple months and I'm seeing great results. That's what I like to hear. Starting the new year off fresh. The way you don't pay interest is by paying the balance off each month. There you go. Right there. Mr. Tucson, right here. Ally. He's my ally. Ready? Take that into account. Imagine each and every month you're paying your HELOC $6,000 each and every month. Dude, you're wiping out interest costs. You're saving so much money. And on top of that, we get to use the same money twice to pay our bills. And I never lose my cash flow. Okay? Very important. Let's see. I want to learn how to do velocity banking. What is my first steps? Number 1, subscribe to this young man right here. Start watching my content. go to my Patreon page, make a commitment, get an accountability partner. If you don't like me, find someone. There's Connor J. Wallace, you got VIP Financial, you've got Replace Your Mortgage. They're all teaching the same stuff, all right? It's a matter of who you know, like, and trust, okay? That's gonna get you to that level, all right? And then it's a matter of who can you afford. That's another thing, is you gotta really take that into account. Well, am I willing to pay, you know, $5,000, $6,000 for one consultation and a software that's gonna somewhat tell me how to pay off all my debt? All right? To me, that's not practical. All right? But hey, consider all your options. I just laid them out for you. It's really easy, right? There's like maybe 5 to 10 people teaching velocity banking on YouTube alone, right? And I don't think there's anyone doing the process that I'm doing, where I'm just showing you everything. Where like literally there's people, I have subscribers, I got people that literally just watch my videos and the light bulb clicks. They just start doing it. And I may never talk to them, right? Do I lose? No, man. Because they might send me someone and their family member that they, you know, don't, you know, connect with that well, or a friend or a coworker that maybe they know the concept, but they're not able to explain it that well. Boom, that's a referral, right? All right, let's see. Before I not get lost here in the comments. I'm going to sign up for the tier 2, brother Ken. I like it. Let's have a conversation. Test the waters, right? You got to test the waters sometime. Can't trust everybody on the internet, bro. Right? Even me. Listen, don't just blindly trust me. Test me. Watch my channel. Watch my content. See what I do. Pay attention. All right, let's see. Coca Cloud started this in the summer. It really does work. I believe you. Thank you, brother. What you're doing is great. Thank you. Brother Ken, I would start by getting a debt weapon. There you go. Writing down all your bills, find out your monthly income. If you're going to use a credit card as debt weapon, then see what bills you can pay with credit every month. Yep. Let's see. All right. Can I get a line of credit with my cash secure card? Yeah. How can people who have poor credit get something like a HELOC? Moist Donut. Interesting name. If you have poor credit, like Denzel, like, wait a minute. Denzel has poor credit? Duh, I'm like 22 years old, right? How much credit do you think I've been building over the course of what, 2-3 years? Last time I checked, my credit score is at 641. And I personally have like 9 credit cards to my name, got 2 car leases, a personal line of credit for $10,000, okay? And I got a loan for $10,000 just sitting. I paid it off. It's just sitting there, okay? Credit score, my friend, does not matter. It's how you use the credit that means everything, okay? And I'm a prime example of that, all right? So don't talk to me about no bad credit, okay? Listen, the HELOC only applies if you have a home, all right? If you're young, then just look at credit cards and personal lines of credit and go that way. Is it fair to say that your cash flow, how the HELOC gets paid down? No. Or are there other factors that reduce the HELOC balance? Yes. The income. Period. Imagine putting in $6,000 each and every month. All right, so let's continue this. Look, here's the balance starting out. I took the money out. I put my income in. I put my savings in there. Brought the balance. Expenses, brought it back up. Here's the balance. February, do it again. $6,000. Expenses come out. There's the balance. Look at that. From January to February, there's my balance. $10,000. We're on a roll, baby. We're on a roll. Okay, look. Do it again. Income in, expense out, balance. April, May. Look at that. 10 to 9 to 7. down to 6202. We're in June. Count the months. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. 6 months balance is at 4,706. And I wrote, prepare for your next chunk, okay? Because remember, we have a situation here for this gentleman. He's got a lot of these 0% promo offers. We don't want them to expire and still have the debt, because it'll tack on, you know, all the interest. Now, it depends if his credit cards are deferred interest, right? If you have a deferred interest credit card, then you would get interest tacked on from the whole time you had that 0% offer. If it's just a 0% credit card, it's kind of cool, because now once it expires, now you're just going to pay interest on whatever the balance was, okay? So pay attention to the dates here. We have one credit card that expires the 7th month. Then we got another one that expires in the 9th, and then 11, 11, 12, 12. So I'm literally going to go in that order to try to wipe out each credit card. I'm simply going to shift the debts to the HELOC to pay less in interest, because a lot of these credit cards are going to jump to what, like 15%, 18%, 26%. They're going to jump without a doubt. All right. So if I have a balance in June of 4706, okay, come June, July-ish, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a chunk payment of this credit card and this credit card for the 5,200 and the 6,200. Here's what's cool, is all of the 115 and all of the 97 that I pay per month, right, is bringing the balance down. So when you do the math, here's where the balance would be at. From 52 it jumps down to 45, and from 62 it jumps down to 56.18, right? So those are my two chunks right there. Look at that. Come June, which is the 6th month, right? So even before the interest rate expires, we're going to tackle it. Why? Because I want that cash flow. I want it. I need it. Okay? So look, 3 credit cards done so far. And we're what, 6 months in? Any questions on that? Does the math look crazy to you? Let's see. Let's see. All right. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Timothy. That's how it was for me. The light bulb just clicked when I heard the info. I feel you. Let's see. Ronald, nice. We can't wait to start. Oh, Ronald. What's up, Ronald? I've been using my credit card to pay my bill. My credit score is up 40 points. Duh. How is it that he won't lose his 5K from savings? Again, look, this 30 grand, that's my money. The bank gave it to me. I just created money. Okay? 30 grand is mine. His 5K that was sitting in a savings account doing absolutely nada. All I did was shift it into the HELOC, and it's there, sitting there. I'm not using it. Why? Look, 18,000. 30,000 minus 18. How much money you have left over? All of that is what I call space in your line of credit. That's cash. That's money. If an emergency goes down, where would he pull from? The HELOC. Why? Because his 5K is sitting in there. And then once the emergency expense is taken for and done, what does he do? Pay himself back. Okay? Is that clear? Let's see. When my score goes up a little more, I'll apply for the personal line of credit with my house. Yeah. The 5K is gone, but it was used to pay down the debt rather than just... Not at all. he pretty much paid himself back because the HELOC is from himself. That part is right. All right, so moving on. So look at that. Take the 4706, take that chunk, take expenses, right? They went down. 4497, they went down. The 115 to 97, okay? Brings the balance up to 19K. Look, we're right back up, okay? And now what do? Velocity banking. Boom. Income in, expenses out. Bam. Here's the balance in August. That August is the 8th month of the year, right? Okay. Boom. Income in, expenses out. We're in September, 9th month. Balance is already down to 11. How in the heck? Right? Keep going. Okay? Here's our next two debts that are coming up, the 11th month. So we're going to do velocity banking pretty much up to the 11th month. Okay? So September to October, balance. November, balance. And here we go. If you do the math, let's see, this chunk is representing this right here. Okay? And we're going to chunk and wipe this out. And we're going to get our 122 cash flow, which is going to bring the 4285 down to 4163. All right? Now, this gentleman right here, he can get extra income by working more hours or getting a raise or getting his bonuses. We have not factored any of that in here. This is simply like your conservative breakdown. All right, and here's what I'm going to point out. Here's where it gets tricky. Okay, he's got this $7,700 and this $1,500 credit card. That's at the 0%. Both expire in November. Now, I'm not going to pay this off right here. This $1,500. I'll explain why in a minute. It's originally at $1,500. He's paying $25 a month, 0 interest till November. I'm specifically not gonna pay that off for a specific reason. So for right now, put down in your notes, come November, we only pay off one of these credit cards, the 122. We do velocity banking for literally just 1 month. Okay, expenses, the chunk comes out, the expenses come out, income back in, right? Brings the balance up, brings the balance back down. We're at 12,000 in December. Here's why I did not pay off the 1,500, okay? I needed that space to make a chunk of this credit card right here for $13,100, okay? The actual chunk will be $11,560, right? Because you got to minus the payments of $140 each and every month, okay? So again, I'm specifically not gonna pay off this credit card either. You're like, wait a minute, Denzel, hold up. Now you're talking 2 credit cards that are gonna expire, Denzel, and we're gonna start paying interest on that. We're gonna start paying interest on that. Now I gotta pay interest on the HELOC. What are you doing? Hear me out. I'm willing to take a hit of interest on this little amount of $1,500 and this little amount of $3,700, because the actual amount is gonna be down 11 months from now, 12 months from now. That balance is gonna be down, okay? Not a whole lot, but it will be down. What I really, really need to avoid paying interest on is here, that $13,000 and that $7,000, okay? So I need to make sure that I have space in the HELOC for me to pay off these things, okay? And as you can see in December, here's the balance. Clearly, I have space. I'm gonna chunk that $11,560, okay? So coming into the new year, pretty much, or just like in December going into the new year, here's the balance. It goes up to $24,177. Denzel, is that a little risky there? No. Here's why. It's because his income is high enough where it's going to bring that balance down to an area where I feel comfortable, where I still have my what? My 5K in savings. I never lost it, right? It's still there. Still on that back end, that eight grand. Then the other question is, well, Denzel, at 24,000, does this interest increase a little bit? Yes. What does it go up to? Maybe $4 a day. Okay, maybe like $4.50 a day. Not bad. That's manageable still. That doesn't hurt me. Matter of fact, what did I do? I increased his cash flow, that 140 and that 122 in that 2-month time period. So all those payments are getting redirected back to the HELOC, okay? So end of 2019, coming into 2020, there's the balance, 22,000, right? And we're doing velocity banking through January, February, March, April, May, June. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 7 months. I brought that balance similar to what it was, right, when I first did the chunk, right? Similar. And then what do? Chunk at the last 2 credit cards, right? We want to pay those off, okay? Chunk at the last 2 credit cards. Here's where his expenses come down to. Here's his final cash flow when all of these are paid off, okay? When all of these get taken care of, his cash flow will be conservatively, right? I didn't even factor in him getting a raise, bonuses, extra hours worked, whatever the case, all right? So his cash flow is going to go to 2K conservatively. And do the math. How long did it take us to pay off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 credit cards and add up those numbers for me? 13,000, 18,000, 7, 6, 5, 1, and 3. Add all those numbers up for me, okay? Literally, let's see what we got here. From January 2019. It's a new year, bro. From January 2019 to June of 2020, we wipe out all the credit card debt. And then now our last debt is this pretty little mortgage right here for $60,000 that we owe. All right. And I wrote, if it took me 1.5 years to wipe out this amount of debt, how long would it take me to wipe out 60,000? I just wrote 1.5 years. Same amount. Not bad, right? So a total of what? 3 years at most? At most? And my buddy here will be debt-free by June 2022. Oh my God. Any questions on that? Are you lost? Did I lose you at any point? Definitely comment, ask questions. This is how it works. All right. Let's see, where did I leave off? Jasper. How you doing, Jasper? When my score goes up a little more, I will apply for the personal line of credit. Okay. Let's see. Felicia, I owe 70,000 on a HELOC. Should I pull out 40 from my traditional Roth IRA to put it in HELOC? I also have 20,000 in credit cards. Before I answer that question, Felicia, I would like you to I need to know the 4 major numbers before I make a move, before I give you any answers, because I don't want to confuse you. Because I could simply say yeah, but all we're doing is borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, right? And now you got debts in 2 locations. That's not exactly the smartest way to go. So I need to know your income. your current expense, your debt, overall cash flow per month. And that'll help me decide whether it's wise to pull from the traditional Roth IRA or just do velocity banking on your HELOC, right? Why can't we just do velocity banking on the 70,000? Sometimes I have clients, I have situations where their debt is literally the line of credit. They've maxed out their HELOC, they've maxed out their personal line of credit. Okay, cool. You know how fast I could wipe that out? Oh my Jesus, wipe that out so fast. Let's see. I have a personal line of credit of 10K. Is it weird to see $0 in my checking account? Yes, Lynn, it is quite weird. Because you're like, wait, where's all my money? Okay? But when you get the system down, you become more confident. Right? You end up with more cash. And by the way, when you're actually debt-free, you've got the line of credit and you've got all this money sitting in your checking account. And you can do whatever you like with it at that point. All right? That's when we'll start talking about what? Creating the legacy, getting a life insurance policy put in place, start buying some land and some real estate, get you a sustainable business. Okay. Okay. So what if the banks start getting into debt themselves and take back my line of credit or lower it, and now I have no savings? My friend, they already do that crap. Okay? The banks are already trillions of dollars in debt. All right? You ain't got to worry about your little peanut line of credit. All right? You don't got to worry about it. I promise you. I promise you. If everybody started doing velocity banking, we as an economy, as a people, would actually help the banks. Why? Because you give them the ability, right? You give them the ability to even produce more money. All right? Imagine shifting all your money into their debt. Does that make sense? Right? And this would actually sound like a contradiction to velocity banking, but it's not at any point. Right? It's not. It's just the way the system works. You got to deal with it. All right? So for my Dave Ramsey dropouts, right? They're like, I don't know, right? Listen, it's the way the system works, period. You don't like it, go to a third world country where the currency is damn near nothing, all right? But you're living in the United States where it's all about capitalism. It's all about debt right now. Debt is everything, right? Debt is not bad, okay? It's what banks do to make money. So you don't got to worry about them taking away your line of credit. The only reason why a bank would take away your line of credit is if you're a clown, okay? If you decide to max the thing out and don't pay it back, they could easily call that right on you in closing, like, this guy is too risky, bro. Let me get my money back. No way, right? That's the only reason why they would do that. Let's see, Cornelius. It's been a while since I heard from you, my friend. How is your progress, by the way? My trader friend. I have heard that banks can and will freeze a personal line of credit or HELOC. If this were to happen, would you then just pay the monthly payment on the personal line of credit or HELOC and acquire a new debt weapon? Worst case scenario? Yeah, probably. I've had like 2 or 3 clients that they've got credit cards that basically went into collections. That's basically what happens. Like, if you max out your HELOC, and when I say max out, like you spend more than what's actually on there, that's why I always like to have space for those what if moments, right? That's why I don't really like taking out the whole amount of a line of credit to chunk at something. But obviously it depends on the 4 numbers again. But yeah, if something like that were to happen, that's probably the first route I would go, okay? But to avoid that, that's why you need a teacher. That's why you need an accountability partner to help you avoid those really dumb mistakes that people do. You know, grown people, grown, making mistakes like that. I'm like, What are you doing, right? Why are you contaminated by money? You got to stop lusting after money, man. It's bad. Not good for your health. Not good. Let's see. Paying bills with credit card. HELOC, a bit hard to velocitize. Have to constantly write a check. Mr. Saint, you're doing it wrong. Okay, you ever had someone tell you that? Okay, you're doing it wrong, my friend. Why are you writing checks? What do I always say? Link your what? Link your checking account to the line of credit. Not once on this board will I ever say pay your bills from the line of credit. That's exactly what we're doing, but it's not exactly what we're doing. Okay? The money is there, but I'm taking the HELOC money and I'm making a withdrawal to my what? Where my income goes, the checking account. My checking account continues to pay my bills normally, like I always do, right? It's quicker that way. Stop writing checks. What are you doing? It's probably cost you money too to write a check, all right? We're in 2019, okay? Soon, there will be no such thing as a check. You're gonna write it on your Apple Watch, bang, 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 send it, right? It's gonna be crazy. Working on a personal loan credit sometime this year. Score up to 700. Good. Got a good credit score. Nice. Corporate HQ. How to choose the right whole life policy. Everyone is saying it must be structured right. What I am specifically looking for is what are your guidelines to follow to set up the policy properly? I love that question, right? Because you're right. Everyone, including myself, does say it must be structured properly. But there are some other components that I go over as well, right? Making sure you know, like, and trust the insurance agent. Number 3 is going with the 4 major mutual life insurance companies, okay? Write this down. Mass Mutual, Guardian, New York Life, and Northwestern Mutual are the top dogs, okay? In terms of mutual life insurance. You have stock and you have mutual. You do not want a stock life insurance company for the infinite banking purposes. You're better off getting like a term life insurance policy with them, okay? Because it's going to be cheap. With infinite banking, you want to stick with mutual. Why mutual? Because they mutually pay you, right? They don't pay the stockholder and the this and the that and the that. It's just you, the business, and the employees. Boom, and the expenses, things like that. So that's one criteria, is knowing those companies. Now, again, don't just trust me and say, oh, Denzel said Mass Mutual, Guardian, New York Life, and Northwestern Mutual are the top dogs. Do your homework. I dare you to type in Mass Mutual 2017 Annual Revenue Report. Okay, you are going to see, you're going to be utterly impressed. You're going to be like, how is that possible? You never see these guys running commercials or ads or anything. How are they banking that much profit? And they don't do ads. They don't do TV ads and Super Bowl commercials. You know, it's kind of like Rolls-Royce, Ferrari. You never see them do an ad. Why? Because they know their customer. They know their ideal client, right? So it's something to be very aware of. You can kind of compare it to different industries, right? So yeah, that's another way that I get my criteria. I did it for myself. I was like, look, 2017, 2016 annual revenue reporting, right? So if you were to look up infinite banking concept on YouTube, you're going to come across a lot of different channels that promote literally the same companies. You're gonna come up. You're gonna see PHP, right? People helping people. You're gonna see Paradigm Life. You're gonna see Banking Truths. You're gonna see Nelson Nash, which I do like him. He's like the godfather of the infinite banking concept, pretty much. You're gonna see him. You may see me, right? I got a little content. Yeah, I'm building my thing. I'm getting there. Most of them are selling Penn Mutual, Transamerica, Lafayette, AUM, right? And then there's others that are doing the IUL strategy, which is like PHP, World Financial Group. Okay, there's really not a lot, right? You can just really point them out. So if corporate HQ, if you were to just take the time, you look through all of them, you're like, they're all selling McDonald's. And then you got one or two guys that are selling the most prime rib that you ever had. I mean, the best steak. I mean, like you ever been to Fleming's or, like a really good restaurant downtown Miami? You're like, wow, now that was worth $80 for that quarter ounce steak. That little, that thing filled me up. Everyone's selling McDonald's. You're going to stay hungry all day long, right? So I want you to really compare and do your research, and then you'll come to the conclusion. You'll have to make a decision. Either I go with a salesman that's, nicely dressed, selling, infinite banking concept and and all this good stuff, or you just seek truth, knowledge, and information, and you would get the results that you want. Hopefully I can be that guy for you. Let's see. How are you calculating how big the chunk payment should be? Ruben. Hello, Ruben. My friend, chunk payment is determined off of a couple of things. I highly suggest that you watch some of my videos where I go over how to make chunk payments and, how to determine it and all that good stuff. But a quick synopsis, these 4 numbers right here. This is how I determine chunk. And then I also determine chunk based off your personality, right? Because, I work with a lot of moms and they've never paid $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 for anything, okay? And one shot, and then consistently for like 6 months. So that might be a little daunting. That might be a little scary. So based off your personality, based off these 4 major numbers that I go off, and based off the line of credit that we're using, will help me determine that chunk, okay? Let's see. Happy New Year from Cali. Thanks for the live. You already know it. I'm literally just gonna do lives from now on. I love this. This is like, wait till I get my, I'm gonna be a professor, with the table. I'm gonna have the laptop and I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, so, we're gonna do this. So just wait on it. It's coming. It's coming on my birthday, January 4th. So if you'd like to, get a present from me, you wanna bless me with something. Listen, I love food. All right, give me like a restaurant card, or you can buy me a book on personal development, kingdom authority, kingdom leadership, kingdom principles, anything on that. Or if you'd like, I can do it myself and give me an Amazon gift card. That would be greatly appreciated. Appreciated. Floyd, how you doing, man? Listen, my man Floyd here just joined like the last day of last year, okay? He's like, look, I'm all in, man. Let's go. Let's do it. And I'm like, I'm with you, man. You're going to take me to high places. Every day, every time that I get a new tier 3 person or someone that, gives me quite a bit of financial security through, giving, it's like God reveals like a new vision to me. It's like, yeah, you're going to work with that guy for about 3 years. And I'm like, really? 3 years with that guy? I don't even know him. And the guy's like, yeah, man, I'm going to take you somewhere. Watch. You're going to work with him for 3 years. He's going to take you places. I think that might be you, my friend. Let's see. I want to learn this. Yes, I did get lost during the process. Yeah, velocity banking is one of those things where I can literally keep going all day long. And it's just, for some people, it's not going to click, and it's okay. That's why having an accountability partner is so important. I'm with you. When we're on the phone together, like that one-to-one, that's when it really boils down, right? So this gentleman right here that you know, committed and gave to this channel and helped me grow. Like, we went for, you know, like an hour and a half on the phone, like a couple of phone calls together. And look, I'm like, look, number by number, stat by stat, you know, different tests, right? Man, come on now. Let's see. EA, so all after this guy pays off his mortgage and all the credit card bills, where is his 5K from the savings? It's in the line of credit. It's in the HELOC. It never left. Matter of fact, after paying off 116,000 of debt, here, let me prove how I never lose cash flow. Look, 116,000 in debt, starting out with 1,200 cash flow. We originally had the 30K of the HELOC and the 5K of savings. So technically that's 35 grand. And then if I pay off the $60,000 mortgage, 60, 30, 90, 5, price of the home goes up, he could literally have a HELOC for 90K or 100K. Can he not? And what would happen? He didn't lose his cash flow. Oh, now the house is an asset. Okay? Your house is not an asset until that whole thing is paid off. Okay? Talk to my uncle, Grant Cardone. He'll get you right. Talk to my uncle. Let's see. Let's see. Shawantel Johnson, thank you for all you do. Since I've started Velocity Banking just with my credit card, my credit score went up 30 points in the last month and a half. Still waiting to hear from you, sir. Hey, you were on my last Q&A. I'm gonna call you out. I sent you like 3 emails. I called you, and I sent 2 text messages. I'm calling you out, right? I have some people that give to my channel, and some of you, especially some of my moms, you're reluctant or afraid to really reveal to me all your financial troubles, okay? You know, I was just talking to another woman the other day, and, you know, she was bawling in tears because she's never spoken to anyone about her personal finances, not even her husband, right? The person that you sleep next to, you don't even talk to about your money. You know how dangerous that is in the household when you don't talk about money in the household? Listen, I know this firsthand, and I'm not saying I've been around the block, but as a child in a household where money is always an issue, where money always separates relationships, puts people in prison, and it's terrible. And you know, I wept, I cried for so many months and so many years. I was stuck in my room all day long, you know, and just watching my family fall apart because of this money problem. You know what I mean? And it gets me so angry to the point where, you know, this is how I channel my anger. This is how I channel it. Where I release it onto the world, where I'm like, look, man, this is what I'm thinking about doing with your household. This is what the Lord put onto my heart. This is what he has me doing. Let's take some action together. You know, I truly want to be able to help people, but I can't help you if you don't take action, right? How can I help you if you don't reach out to me? How can I help you if I reach out to you and you don't get back to me in a timely manner, right? Like, I don't have time to waste, right? Time is so valuable. Time is money, right? And I truly want to be able to help people, because it hurts my heart every single day that I can't even help my own household. Can't even help my own household. That's why I put so much energy into others, because I hope one day that my own will get better. But we'll see. We'll see. So I just called you out, Miss Johnson. I hope you take action. I hope you text me right now. I want to see a little pop on my phone right now, because I texted you a lot and sent you emails. Let's see. It's still okay. Most likely they raise his credit limit as well. And if you lost money, you will see how fast your checking account will go after all credit cards are paid. Thanks. The difference between your monthly Income and expenses. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Just discovered this channel, then glanced up and saw a live feed ongoing. You are building a very good channel, brother. Keep it simple. I feel I will be supporting you more in due time. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your support. Do you have info about annuities? Yeah, you know, annuities are cool, right? My team does them. We third party that out. I was doing some research on annuities myself. Obviously, an annuity is not going to function like a revolving line of credit. It's simply money that you put into something and it just spits out a pension fund. It pays you for your whole entire life, right? So if you set up something properly like that, where that's the goal is simply to just collect like a paycheck money. In that case, you're better off in real estate, in my opinion. But you can also do an annuity. It's fine, right? They're not terrible. I would probably maybe go with a fixed annuity, get those guarantees, right? Something to look into. What do you think about using your line of credit and borrowing from an annuity to do velocity banking? Again, the annuity is not revolving, okay? If you have the line of credit already, then that is your borrowing tool to pay off whatever it is that you need to pay off. I would reverse it on you. Maybe I would do the line of credit, have the line of credit to do velocity banking on the annuity, meaning funding the annuity, right? And never losing your cash flow in the process. Awesome answer. Thank you. I love a good Fleming steakhouse too, brother. Yeah, man, I'm the same way. Just imagine for a second if you paid off all your credit cards, don't have a monthly mortgage. If you think your 5K is gone, which is not, add up your current cash flow plus all the money saved, credit card. Yeah, thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. This is cool. Thanks for you, brother. You need to do more. Yeah, I lost my point. Let's see. I need to really understand the infinite banking part. The life insurance part is kind of confusing to me. It was confusing to me too. But after extensive research and studying and becoming a practitioner, hey, we get the results that we want. Reach out to me, Tim. I got all my information on every single one of my videos. Go to my Patreon page. Follow me on Patreon, okay? And you can send me a message to Patreon, or, you know, I have my email there. It's right there. And sometimes I put my email in some of the videos. Yeah, let's talk. Mr. Lewis, Happy New Year. How do you recalculate the chunk when your expenses change? Give me a call. We'll go over that. All right? We'll go over that. I have a 2,800 income and about 19 grand in credit cards. What tier should I sign up for? Okay, $2,800 income. I'm assuming your cash flow is not that great. 19,000 in credit cards. But you can tell me, be honest with me, if you have good cash flow, when I say good cash flow is anything like 500 or more, right? Because you can afford on a monthly basis the tier 3, which is 147, in my humble opinion. If your cash flow is like 100, 200 bucks or even negative, I would consider joining like tier 1 or tier 2, right? Tier 2, we jump on a 30-minute phone call and I at least get you aligned, all right? Get you aligned, get you going. Let's see. Miss Johnson. Okay. You know what, Miss Johnson? Can you please send an email to this email that I'm about to write? Because according to the form that you filled out, that's the number that I went off of. Da-da-da. 49 watching and only 6 likes. Yeah, now we got 27 likes. 28. Thanks, man. Let them know. Like this video, man. Archive it. All right, let's see. Can I use a secure credit card if I'm unable to get a personal line of credit? Yes. That's a yes, you know. Isaac, how you doing, Isaac? I just got 7 new credit cards. Whoa, bro. Navy Federal, 15K. USAA, 1K. 1K, 1K. Delta, 3K. Wow. Should I use these as my debt weapons? Or should I get a personal line of credit after scores go up? Dude, I don't even know if you'll get approved for a personal line of credit. You just utilize all your credit to get all these credit cards. I don't know what the idea behind that was. I don't know. But yeah, you know, obviously the end goal is to get like a personal line of credit or a HELOC, and then transitioning to like a life insurance policy or utilizing real estate investing as, you know, that tool to keep it going. So yeah. Elvin, can you email me some information to sign up? Would love to. Drop your email in the chat box. I want to do this so bad. Trust me, I want to do it too. No problem. It works and it's hard to get at first. Yeah, I like Ally, man. He's like my moderator, yo. He's answering questions. I like this. The live interactive videos are great. I know, I like them. I really do. I get most of it. I'm already blown away with it. Maria, thank you. Denzel, I'm in South Africa. Can you work with me also? I would love to work with you. Okay, you guys, we got to figure out a way to communicate though, because I know I can't just call you. You know, we got to do like a Google Hangout or a Zoom call or Skype or whatever. Let's make it happen. Send me an email to Denzel at builder2contributor.com. All right. Send me an email. Tell me that you're from South Africa. And let's see if we can do like a webinar. And maybe I can get the other 2 or 3 viewers that are from South Africa, and we can have a little mastermind together. And maybe if some of you are doing well financially, you make good income, dude, fly me to Africa. Let's go. I'll take my shots. Let's do it. Let's do it. Fly me. I'll do a whole, man, wherever the Lord calls me, wherever the Lord calls me, I'm going. I'm going. I don't need much either. I need 3 meals and a place to rest my head. Okay? That's it. I don't need nothing else. Yeah, WhatsApp is good too. I have $3,000 income, $700 expenses, attempting to purchase my first home that will be multifamily residential. I have money but no credit. I need help on most effective way to raise my score. Quentin Lee, can you please send me an email with your subscriber name and then your name as well, so I can kind of match the email. I have a service that I partnered with a gentleman. He's all about building credit on the personal and the business side in a matter of like 6 months or less, 3 months or less, like really, I mean really fast building credit. And you know, I'm assuming if you're talking about, you know, real estate, multifamily residential, I'm assuming you have an LLC at the least, and that would be really good to build credit on the business side. And then, you know, you could build business credit a lot faster than your personal, okay? Because there's not that many regulations on the business side, and you can get access to more money with business credit. All right, let's see. I'm going to go 8 more minutes till 2 p.m. and we'll clock out. All right, we did good. We did real good. Let's see. Looks like an illegal immigrant. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Negativity. Negativity. My friend, I am an American. Let's see. Lime flavored libertarian. My friend, you have been booted. Booted. Right? That is so sad to see negativity. So sad. Yeah, we're gonna have to take you out, dog. Boom, let's see if that worked. This is what I like about the internet, you know, you can just shut someone off. You don't even gotta respond. I'm currently using my 10.5K credit card. Good job, Ally. Yeah, credit cards are great. I use credit cards currently right now for velocity banking because I don't have amortized debts. I only have credit card debt. Hey Denzel, should I just pay minimum payment on my student loan if I expect public worker loan forgiveness in a few years? Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you're making the bet that someone else can pay your student loans, just make sure that you don't refinance them. Do not refinance your student loans into a privatized loan, because when you do that, then you cut off anyone from being able to pay off your student loans. Okay? So if you're going to do that, definitely consider that option. That would be good. That'd be really good to do that. And that helps as well. And in the meantime, in those few years, let's do velocity banking on everything else. The credit cards, the mortgage, the cars. Let's wipe them all out in those 3 years period. And then let's see. Let's see if they'll pay off the student loans, you get a scholarship or something like that. If not, then student loans will just be the last thing that we take out. You know, it's interesting. A lot of my scenarios, the student loans are like the second to last thing that I pay off, or like the third to last thing. It's not too many scenarios where it's the first one. RDN 6427 already reported LIEN. Yeah, man, you gotta report them. Do I have to initiate or is it automated? Oh yeah, Mr. Lewis, you were asking me who makes my shirts. It's a client of mine actually. And on January 4th, I'm gonna start selling shirts, and then I'm gonna start doing like custom design shirts, send them out to all my loyal contributors that have been with me since like day one, or just whoever's been giving like, you know, a really substantial amount that I can just keep giving to you in so many ways. How many doors do you own? How many doors? I don't know what that means. Thank you for your answer. What is the best way for me to get in touch with you? Yeah, email me. I own my business and going into my second one. I would be doing this to keep growing. Yep. Real estate goals for 2019. Okay, so in 2017, I bought a real estate course from my mom. So I'm betting that my mom will do her first real estate deal soon. You know, so that's my goal, is for her to do like 1 to 4 deals this year, you know, get her feet wet, start doing that. It's important. That's my goal for her. My purpose is a teacher, so I'm not exactly going to become like a real estate guru, you know, over the course of so many years, but I am going to have real estate in my portfolio. So what I've done in the meantime as a young individual is just start to educate myself and see, okay, what exactly do I want to do in real estate? What exactly do I want? Right? Ronaldo have 50K line of credit, 370,000 20 year with cash flow of $7,500. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're talking. Listen, Ronaldo, boom, I'll see you in tier 3, tier 4. Let's do some work together. I'm not even going to argue with you. I'll just see you. I'll see you. When you ready to work with me, let's go. I got a lot of individuals that are in the higher income range, you know, 6-figure, 7-figure, and they're working with me on velocity banking, on infinite banking, you know, velocity banking on their personal and business. And we're causing some damage. Patrick Dempsey. Awesome information. We'll do tier 3 this week. Love it. I asked for an increase with my line of credit, and the bank said once I pay off the line of credit, I have for 20K, then I can ask for an increase. So you will have to initiate it. Yeah, you do. Um, cool, I'm waiting for mines. Do you own rental property? Angel Ramirez. No, my friend. No, not yet. Not yet. I'm helping people pay off rental properties. So I'm learning quite a bit right now. Let's see. Ronaldo, your cash flow is 7,500. You will wipe out your debt in no time. Sure will. And he'll keep all that 7,500 in the process of wiping out all that debt. Okay? Best tips for building personal credit. I have no credit whatsoever. Well, you need to start watching my videos on how to build credit. I've got videos on how to build credit. Very simple stuff. Brother, can you speak a little on the pension plan strategy video you dropped? 30-year cash growth plan. Thank you, sir. Yeah, man, that's literally my plan for real estate. Is when I obtain my first like single family property or like a rental, like a duplex, triplex, whatever, I'm still gonna like live at home, right? For like the first 2-3 years of it. If I move in or something like that, and it's like I rent it myself and I'll rent it out and do whatever, Airbnb. But the idea is however much the property is, the goal is to pay off each and every property within 3 to 5 years at the least. Conservatively, do that for 30 years. You'll have anywhere from 6 to 10 properties paying you anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 rents, because rents always increase over time, right? So $1,500 to $2,000 rents, $2,000 rents, that's like 12 to 15K a month just from 6 to 10 properties. Come on now. Come on. That's my 30-year plan. Very simple. I keep things simple and practical. All right? So that's how I want my financial life to be. Simple, practical, doable, teachable, and share it with the world. All right? It is now 2:01. Okay? I'm going to close this out. I'm just going to answer the last question. My decision this week, my current credit union will, with cap, personalized credit, 5K, go to local, but requires a hard inquiry just to open an account there. Current score, 735. All right, handle that, my friend. I have a secure credit card coming in the mail. Should I use money saved to extend this limit and begin to practice velocity banking? Credit score is important, right? Because I'm working on getting QUA. Happy New Year, Loretta. Yeah, I personally did use some of my cash flow to pay more into my secure credit, raise it a little bit so I could run more expenses through there. All right. So that's the last question. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope this helps you. I hope this was so clear that your vision, your purpose in life becomes more and more clear. You establish your kingdom authority. And my friend, have a wonderful day. God bless. Love you very much.